start handing it off to Adolfo González. Welcome. Thank you so much for being with us this afternoon.
Thank you for the invitation. Good afternoon. Let's start with CARICOOS. CARICOOS is a NOAA project and stands for the Caribbean Coastal Ocean Observing System. We are part of NOAA, but I always start my presentation stating that the official agency for advisory, warnings, or any other official information is the National Weather Service. Our goal is to provide data, filling the gaps of information for certain areas of interest. CARICOOS is one of 11 regions that comprehend IOS, which is Integrated Ocean Observing System. We basically cover the US Caribbean region that comprehends Puerto Rico and the US Virgin Islands. Our challenge is basically provide information, water quality, extreme weather events, currents, and navigation tools for the US Caribbean zone. Try to provide that information. You know, this is a visual example of wind condition. So we try to, with numbers and arrows or flags, show the users for better understanding of real-time conditions. We help to improve maritime safety, the economy by providing decisional support for your marine operation and protect the environment. CARICOOS operates and maintains 5 directional wave buoys, 16 land-based meteo stations or wind stations, 5 land-based high-frequency radar that gives you surface current, 1 buoy for CO2 on the water that helps to detect ocean acidification, and repeated glider deployment. The glider is this item down here in the picture. Looks like a torpedo that gives collects information on water temperature and salinity during the hurricane season, and that data is used to help improve the hurricane intensification forecast. CARICOOS has the ability to collect, deliver, and use ocean information. Like as an example, how's the wind right now? How will be the wind tomorrow or the next days? The same for the wave. How the wave right now? How will the wave be tomorrow or Saturday? The currents, how the oceans are changing, and how's the quality of water at the beach. This is how CARICOOS.org portal looks. Basically, when you open CARICOOS.org, you have real-time data. So it's the latest information on wind, waves, and current. Those pink arrows shows you the wind direction, and the number on the bottom of each arrow is the wind speed by knots. If you want to know how's the wave, then you can select waves, turn off the wind, and then you have the arrow of how's the waves, and the number is the wave height in feet. And then you can select current, and you have the surface current on the buoys and the HF radar. Let's take a pause here and let's go for the live data right now. Since we are attending today the US Virgin Islands, I put my map in that area. Basically, that's how's the wind right now. You can click in the different stations. Like the 14.8 knot. It's a station on Bok Island. This is the San John buoy, reading 11.8 knots of wind coming from the east. And that's how are the conditions right now. Let's turn off winds and let's check the wave data. Oh, very good conditions today. 1.7 feet and 2.2 in the Vieques buoy. So basically south of San John and San Thomas is real pleasant, real nice to navigate today. There's no waves. And we can check the current. 0.4. That's a moderate current moving to the west. But let's see San John buoy to show you more information that we can get from this station. That's the water temperature, air temperature, wave height, current speed, and then wind speed. But we can see all the previous data of today in this table. As I can see, since midday, the waves have been excellent for navigation, and the wind 10 knots up to 12.8 over here at 2:30, 11.8, the last measurement. The data eventually will get up to date. It takes time while the data is analyzed in the computer center and then published to the website. Okay, let me show something real quick. Let me turn back here. Also, it's very important to know that we can check this is the surface current, but we can check how's the current on the water column. Sometimes it's usually it's different. Let's see how deep is that buoy. That buoy is located in 135 feet, you know. So we can check around 70 feet. How's the current? Let's see. Real soft on the bottom. Basically, the surface current is stronger today, right now, 0.4. And then as you go deeper, the current goes a little bit slow. I'll go back to 0.4. The speed of the current is knots. That's why 0.3. Just as reference, 1 knot of current is pretty strong for a scuba diver, as an example. And you can check also the how's been the data all the day. If you press on wind speed, that how How was the night all this morning? Is the the blue line, and then the yellow line is the forecast, is how the wind is expected tonight and tomorrow, and so on. Saturday. So you can see also the wind forecast if you press here, and the same with waves. This is how the wave been today compared to the forecast. Forecast was asking for bigger wave, but basically stay about the same, you know. Forecast was pretty accurate. And then the rest of the night and tomorrow and so on. At least that's the forecast for where the buoy is located, you know, south of San Thomas and San John. So we already know, checking the real-time data, how is right now wind, waves, and currents. But we want to know, to plan ahead, how the waves and the wind is going to be the rest days, right? That's when we go to the forecast. Share the presentation again here. We can click on marine operation. First, we should always check the National Weather Service forecast, which is the official forecast for the warnings or advisories. Then we can check the wave model forecast map. It's a movie like this that you can click play. Here's the scale, and you can see by color how the waves are going to be. But let's go and see it live on the website. I have it right here. CARICOOS wave model. I have centered it in the US Virgin Islands. You can see the different grids that we have. We have a grid for St. Croix, and this general grid that covers also the BVIs. Okay. This is today, tomorrow, 5 in the morning, 8 in the morning, Saturday, Sunday. Let's go back. What I can see, just checking the colors and the color bar here, that there is a north swell starting tonight, Thursday, April 15, 11 p.m., you know, affecting the north of the island, especially San Thomas, whole Bay area, and Outer Brass. Seems that's gonna be between 3 and 4 feet, mostly 3 feet near shore, 4 feet offshore. extending Saturday and Sunday. Sunday, you can see is dropping again the size. So that's the forecast in a graphical way. The flag, the arrow, I'm sorry, shows you the wave direction. And then the color is represent the wave height in feet. So that's what we should expect. For wind, we can do the same. We can go back to the main website, right? Go to winds, select CARICOOS, select the 5-day wind. I already have it here. You can select the US Virgin Island grid. I have it here. And you can do the same. You can select the day that you plan to operate. If I'm planning to go tomorrow, (1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the afternoon), I can see that the wind's gonna be in the 10 to 12 knots coming from the east. That's what we expect in the forecast. Getting stronger at night. That's interesting. And turning a little bit southeast for Saturday. Yeah, because there's a cold front that might affect the area. Low pressure system that shifts the wind direction. So that's how we check the wind forecast for the rest of the week. Next days. Go back 1 second. Yeah. As you can see, National Weather Service has the northerly swell coming. Another swell will follow over the weekend. Yeah, the two events that the graphical forecast is showing. Yeah. So you can check the forecast 2 ways. One is as a paragraph, reading. Moderate winds will continue. So far, there's no advisory on the National Weather Service, but there's a northerly swell that's coming through Friday, and then another will follow over the weekend. And that's what the graphical forecast is showing. Friday. Saturday. So these tools are used so you can plan ahead. If you were planning, as an example, to go in your boat from San Tomas to Anegada, you know that there's a northerly swell coming. But I can see that the condition stays good for the south of the island, talking about waves. And then for wind, basically, Friday in the morning, moderate winds south of the island, and then Saturday the wind is shifting direction from the southeast. In the 10 to 12 knots. Let's go back to the presentation. So that's how you check forecast condition. You can check waves. This is how it looks when there's a big swell coming. You can check the point forecast in case you want to have like how the conditions are going to be in a certain area. The upper graph shows you wind speed for the rest of 5 days and waves 5 days. Graphical way to see the forecast as well. We have the CARICOOS breaker height forecast. That's for breaking waves near shore. Especially this product is oriented for beach goers. Basically, there's flags for expected breaker heights. Basically, like the stoplight that you see, green for low condition, then yellow, low to moderate. There's an orange for moderate to high, and then red, very big breakers. The wind forecast that I already explained. And these are different activities that use our data: the rescue, transportation, commerce. This is how we interpret data basically in the model. When you see red colors, orange colors, you expect higher wind condition or higher wave condition. If you see deeper blue colors, flat conditions. Other activities that benefit from weather data: fishermen, commercial, divers, boating. We have the beach app called Para la Playa, going to the beach. It's a slang for going to the beach. Basically, where you can get, it is oriented to beach goers. You can get local information of water quality on beach. How's the wind? How the wind will be, if it's gonna rain or not. Clouds in the sky, stuff like that. And then we have the new CARICOOS boating app. Is already out. It's available for Android and iPhone. You choose your language, enable location service, so you can choose your default map: San Croix, San Thomas, San John. Basically, you can choose the area of navigation, and you have a table that will give you wind and wave forecast. Also, the type is shown on this table: tide forecast and moon phase of the moon. And also you have on the bottom the graphics that you can switch from wave to wind. There's also the CARICOOS, all the CARICOOS buoy data. So if you want to check what are the measurements on your nearby buoy, satellite images where you can get even the sargassum from satellite. I'm going to show you that in one moment. You can select offline mode in case you don't have a good signal. So you should use the app before going into the water, and you can save the information. In case of a National Weather Service alert, you're going to see this yellow ribbon on the top. You should click to it and read it, because this is very important. It's a National Weather Service alert. Thank you. Before I finish, I want to show you another tools that we have on the website. fishermen. These are the ocean color data. It's basically satellite picture, and with the reflection of the light, you can get information on how sediments in the water, how clear is the water, organic material in the water. Like those light colors offshore, that means there's more sediments or organic material in the water. The yellow color near the land is because it's shallow. That's not information of ocean color or in this case, chlorophyll, phytoplankton, you know, microscopic algae. Ocean color index, you can check the information of what is ocean color. Basically, it's a reflectance data. The more darker colors, like greenish yellow to red in this case, is more organic material. The same with the chlorophyll. The deeper color, the more phytoplankton, you know, is plankton that is algae. This, what you see in the bottom, are the Orinoco River outflow. That's why you see this deeper green over here. Trying to show different dates. This yellow is the river plume, the runoff. That means the more organic material, more phytoplankton. And this is very important. Floating algae or sargassum. We're having a lot this season again. All these green filaments offshore is sargassum that is coming. Go to the beginning of last month, March 30th. You can see how this is sargassum. Oh, look how big this island of sargassum is coming in the southern Caribbean. All this. That's the latest picture. This one. Yeah. Sargassum basically moves with the current and the wind. As you know, sargassum is a floating algae that has a little bubbles that make it float, and then eventually will sink slowly. It gets to the shore and stinks, but while they're offshore, there's a commercial fish nearby the sargassum beds like mahi-mahi, sometimes tuna or wahoo. If you're interested in the sargassum area, you can also check latitude, longitude in the website, and market is here. And then go with your boat and check if there's pelagic fish near that sargassum. So that's on the website to reach that area. homepage. You go to ocean color, and SST is sea surface temperature. I'm going to show that one to you guys. You can click on floating algae index, and then you get the basically 16 days, 15 days of data. Sea surface temperature as well, all taken by satellite picture. You can see how early in the month, cooler water, and then as the summer gets closer, you see the change of color. That means warmer water slowly getting into the Caribbean. Look at this. Warmer water, and then the cold water north of the islands. This data is also useful if you want to check areas with slightly colder water to fish. You can also pinpoint that. Check that one, put it on your GPS, and explore for fishing techniques in colder water. So thank you. Any questions? Feel free to ask, please.
Thank you so much, Adolfo, for that demonstration. We don't have any active questions, but I am formally inviting everybody who's attending to share any questions in regards to the application, the web page, what information maybe could you gather from, or what will be substantial. I have a question for you, Adolfo. How would you think this app could help fishers uh, maybe fish in a more safer way?
Yeah, every morning you should access the data. As an example, the boat app, in case of a National Weather Service alert, it will show you that yellow ribbon on the top that I said.
Mhm.
And there's always two things. I work in the water on a boat. I always check the forecast for planning. So if I decide if I have to work in the next 4 days, I will choose the best day for my operation. If I'm diving, I want calm wind and wave condition. And then that day, let's say, as an example, in 2 days, going to be good. That morning, I always check real-time data on the buoys to make sure that the forecast was right. So both information, you can get it from the boat app. You can check the forecast, plan ahead, and then that morning, check the buoy data, real-time, wind, waves, and currents on the buoy, and then decide if the forecast match the real-time condition. I'm going and do my marine operation.
Awesome. And you also mentioned that this tool is available for phones, right? As an app.
The app is available for free in the two major platforms, Android and iPhone. And in case you have any question, you can also contact us through Facebook. We have facebook.com/CARICOOS for any question, any help, that anything that you need from related to the website, related to the ocean, or even if you see like a floating buoy, let us know.
Definitely. I'm looking at your guys' Facebook page so I can also share the link. Let me actually do that. And again, just asking anyone who might have any questions about the tool, or maybe how you might be able to use it for your own operations. Now is the time. We have Adolfo, our education specialist, here. So definitely take advantage of this amazing resource. So I have shared via the chat, the Facebook page as well. That is definitely something that you could use to follow the information that CARICOOS has. They have a lot of information, educational information that they're sharing as well on their platform. And as you can see, it's a very useful tool. It is a live tool. You can also have a forecast, right? So you can plan ahead and have maybe, better opportunities for your fishing or, fish in a safer way, right? Anticipate. How does this also relate to hurricane season, for example? Does it have any type of information in regards to that?
Yeah, we have a section on the website. Let me share real quick. There's two stuff that I forgot, and especially for the Virgin Island, our partners, Okovi, is they're part of CARICOOS, is okovi.org. Basically, is our office that we have in the University of the Virgin Islands, supporting our operations there. They take care of their buoy. And regarding your question, we have a section dedicated to the hurricane season. During the hurricane season start June 1st. So these links will activate the National Hurricane Center. This is the real-time satellite data, water vapor data. This is called the synoptic analysis chart that shows you, basically, I mentioned that there was a cold front coming. That's basically what is a cold front, that yellow, that blue with the blue triangles. The cyclone heat potential, look, that's related to water temperature. Basically, this section, and this is where you can get also National Weather Service marine forecast. This section is dedicated to the hurricane season. So in one dashboard, you can have a lot of information regarding hurricanes and the link to the official website, which is the National Hurricane Center. Should always go to the official agency. Even we're all from NOAA, but we provide mostly ocean observing data. National Hurricane Center are the experts dedicated to hurricane tracks, active storms, and forecasts for hurricanes.
Yeah,
and Okovi is the CARICOOS office in the Virgin Islands. You can navigate their section, all the CARICOOS section from their portal as well.
Nice.
Wow, sargassum. I can see that sargassum is coming. Yeah, this is we're publishing the sargassum blooms in the Caribbean. They have it in their website as well.
And I know we mentioned it maybe yesterday, but I think it'll be worth repeating. Is sargassum something that people might be able to take advantage of or like make into profit somehow, like a composting or something?
Yesterday I listened to a joke. They say the sargassum start to be profit, there's going to be none. No, but there's a lot of research of right now how to use sargassum. Basically, look online. Sargassum is a problem in several areas in the Caribbean, including the Southern Caribbean islands and the Central America region of Honduras and Playas del Carmen in Mexico. So there's a lot of ongoing research on what to do with sargassum. It's a new problem. It's a new algal bloom. and still on development.
So those are things definitely worth checking out. I don't know if it is something that actively affects our fishers, and anyone wants to share any information about that, it would be great. I'm doing one last call for any questions that our participants might have in regards to what Adolfo has very kindly shared. Adolfo, thank you so much for sharing this very valuable tool. I would like to know if there's people on the line that already knew about this tool, and if so, how have you used it? So again, if anyone is interested in sharing, feel free to use the chat. Or if this is like the first time that you've ever heard about this, also would be good to know. Uh, Again, I do see the value of knowing in advance all those forecasts and having a very visual tool. This can be all be very technical, so I feel like this is a very friendly way of being able to know all this very valuable information and data. Um, so yeah, I don't know if anyone is interested in sharing their experience. Have you used CARICOOS? Is it the first time you're listening about this? Um, Feel free to take on the chat. You might give it a minute or two. But again, Adolfo, thank you so much for providing this amazing talk. Aside from this tool, are there any other projects that CARICOOS is currently involved in the Virgin Islands specifically?
Well, the glider deployment, there's several gliders that will be deployed in the Virgin Islands again this hurricane season. That's a very important program for us. You know that helps an office in NOAA, which specialize in the hurricane intensification force. So the data collected by the gliders is very useful for that. And the buoy maintenance, uh, the guys in the Virgin Islands, Roy Watlington, and the rest of the crew, they take care of the buoy south of San John. Buoy gets refurbished right in the island, and they take good care of it. They might be deploying. We used to have another buoy north of San Thomas, but that was affected by the Hurricane Irma. It was got damaged. We might be deploying that in the near future. That will give real-time data for the northern waters. The fact that the main buoy is on the south because there's a lot of marine transportation between San Croix, which is south, and then San Thomas or San John. So that's why that buoy is located, and the Charlotte Amalie Port is south. But then we need that one on the north that will give information for the navigation in between San Thomas and Anegada, as an example, and the British Virgin Islands. That's upcoming project, hopefully.
Nice. That's awesome. So more information, more data to have a more comprehensive look at our Caribbean Sea. That's super cool. Okay. All right. So I feel like we haven't had any questions. I think Adolfo did a great job at explaining everything, I'm presuming. Once again, thank you so much, Adolfo, for all of the valuable information.
Thank you.
We will be sharing all of this via an email. So all of these links that I shared with you all in the chat, you can also access later via an email. So again, thank you so much for being here, for joining us and learning about this very innovative tool, very useful tool. I hope you can take advantage of it. If you don't have a computer, no problem at all. You can also download it as an app and use it as well on the go. So yes, this is definitely something that it's worth checking out. So thank you so much, Adolfo. Is there anything else that you'd like to share with our participants? Anything else that you'd like to say?
Any question that you have, contact us. I put the email on the chat. or through the Facebook page. Don't hesitate. Please write something.
Awesome. Please. You have another tool in your toolbox, so take advantage of it. You have Adolfo as a resource, so same, take advantage of it as well. I hope you have enjoyed this session. Feel free to keep joining us on the next ones. We are here almost every Thursday, same time, same place. So again, this was great. Thank you, Adolfo. And I hope we can continue collaborating in future efforts or chats or talks. So we're here at your service as well.
Thank you.
Well,
Bye-bye.
have a great evening. It'll be till next time. Bye bye.